Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live in UFRL, and it is the 100% realistic cars, and as you can see, it's pouring down the rain. Dramatic already in qualifying. I do wonder what the race is due to be like, but this surely has to be full wet conditions. It can't even be intermediates. Good evening, Jaden, as well. Thank you for the message. But yes, definitely looking like full wet conditions here at Silverstone. And this will just bring that competition in to the entire pack, you imagine, for this evening's race. I'm just going to double check my audio is working okay. And it is working okay. Wicked. Right, let's get into things. But yeah, full wets. I'm pretty sure this has to be full wets. 18 minutes and short qualifying, followed by the 100% race. And I will just double check it's full wet. And yeah, as you can see, well, everybody's got the full wet tyres on. So best of luck to all the drivers. Full wet. Would like to know what the race is going to be, if anybody does know. Yeah, good luck. Thank you, Mr. Poem. Hope all is good as well. I know I did have a little read. I didn't have too much time. I literally only just got home about 10 or 15 minutes ago. Getting the lobby all sorted. But yeah, so to be fair, we've done alright, given I only got home about quarter of an hour ago. And, well, having made the lobby, it's all going alright. Got 17 in. But yeah, hope all is good. Look at Hayes and trying to get everybody in a weaker car. He's funny, isn't he? But instead of winning by 5 seconds, or, well, actually, then again, instead of winning by your typical, what, 10 seconds on average, maybe, depending on tracks and stuff. Bad boy, not having a good start, is he? The two Alfa Romeos out of track, and Lynx does overtake Bad Boy. But yeah, maybe they weren't quite preparing for this full wet conditions. But I do hope somebody is able to let me know on the weather. But let's see how the Alfa Romeos go in this evening's contest. Hayes is out on track as well in the AlphaTauri. Just waiting to see if anybody can confirm if it is a wet race. I've been told it is a dry race. Okay. Well, that makes things interesting then. Wet qualifying, but a dry race is what we have in store for us. So, you get the impression as well, a lot of drivers are not going to have a full wet setup on. These drivers are going to have largely dry setups on. Particularly their suspension, that's going to be very tricky to handle here. Oh, you got Dom out in the McLaren, but yeah, they're all going to really be on dry, they're all going to be on a dry setup. However, some will obviously amend their wings a little bit, particularly their front wing. You don't imagine anybody should amend their rear wing based on the fact that they'll have to use whatever rear wing you use in qualifying, you have to use in the race. But for the front wing, you can amend that through qualifying, through the race as well. You can still amend it in your pit stops. So yeah, you can change that front wing, but the rear wing's got to stay, the suspension has got to stay. So you've got to keep everything, including your ride height as well. You can change your tyre pressures as well, as the two Alfa Romeos have just started their lap. So Lynx piece here, it'll be one of the ones to watch, you imagine, although then again all 17 drivers can be competitive. I feel a little bit for Glue in particular. He basically got the last available car for him, as he literally only just joined the lobby as well. Late, he wasn't expected to race tonight, but he is in, and therefore he's in the best car available, which was the Williams effectively. But yeah, so the Williams is on for Glue. I think you also had Haas, and you had one-seater AlphaTauri available. But also to note tonight as well, I did prioritise the full-time drivers, and in particular, let's just say we're trying to give Hazel a little bit more competition, because we do recognise he does tend to win the majority of these events. So let's see what he can do against Tier 1 drivers in the likes of Alpine or Williams, you know, see what you can do against these drivers. But let's see how Lynx can fare in this sector 2 split. It's a 1:18.9, but it's gone very slowly. So he just let his teammate Bad Boy go through, who was purple, through sector 2. Everyone out to get Hazer. I mean, to be fair to him, I think it shows just how impressive he has been this season. I think Hazer, obviously battling for that Tier 1 championship, he would have been battling for the International Tier Championship. Would probably, if we're being honest with ourselves, I'd imagine he would be leading that. Bad Boy does go quick, it's a 43.5 on the board for him. Oh, you got a Ferrari, that will be Volker just starting his lap, and Hazer goes quickest, 1:42.6. So there you go, he's about just over 0.8 of a second faster than the Alfa Romeo of Bad Boy at the moment. Let's go back towards the McLaren of Dom as well. But yeah, Hazer has been very impressive this season, not just in terms of where he his results. Dom goes quickest, 1:41.6. He's a second up on Hazer. I mean, did Hazer use his battery in that lap? He is gaining by about 0.4 through sector 1, but Dom at the moment is a second quicker than the AlphaTauri. That's something to watch out for then. Dom is proving himself at the moment, as Coffee just heading around as well, with his teammate Late Bloomer directly behind him, and then I think it's Williams. And that Williams will be potentially Fake Mano, as Coffee goes third fastest. His teammate Late Bloomer will just come in as well to go into the top 5. And Fake Mano will not start a lap. In fact, that will be Glue. And Glue just starting his first hot lap. Will go towards DD Friend, who has invalidated. So never mind, we'll try and switch on if we can towards Algary, just about to cross the line. There you go, P6. And he also spun, but still gets P6, and he has lost a bit of his front wing. Still trying to get back onto the track. Might take a little bit of time. Don't get disqualified. Don't get that risk taken. Don't want to get disqualified here, but there you go. Some drivers are also coming in. Beast goes P2. Links did go quicker as well, and Volker goes into the top 4 in the Ferrari. So a few times being posted here, and the AlphaTauri of Hazer stays 5th fastest. No improvement on that lap time. Hazer is 1.5 seconds away from Link's pace at the moment. This is very intriguing to see. DD Friend then is also into sector 2. He is on a lap, and Merc out on track and trying to put a time in, but not using any battery. And Glue as well, still yet to set a time. I don't expect Glue to be up there really, if we're being honest, just because the car he's in, it's not expected that Glue will be anywhere near the front this evening. In fact, a lot of the race I'm expecting him to be around the back, unfortunately. That's mainly because of the car he's in, however. The 2 Aston Martins going through again. I want to see if they do improve. No improvement. Although Late Bloomer does go up to P7 actually. So there was an improvement from him as Glue goes through, and he does go P9. It's a 43.9. Not too bad actually. 4 tenths away from Bad Boy, who has invalidated on this current run. And you've got Sergeant Deathsy in the Red Bull out as well. Rusted Bolt in the Alpine. It's, you know, the 2 Alpines, Rusted Bolt and Merc, both trying to get themselves back into the championship battle. And they both have a chance in that improved car. Fake Mano goes purple through sector 1. And there was a time posted. It would have been Merc who goes into P7. At the front of the field, Link's piece continues and goes for another hot lap, and Dom currently provisional P3, not gaining any time. For the back end of the lap is always going to be challenging for the drivers in these conditions here, no doubt about it. Just having a little look at Coffee in the Aston Martin, and Dom improves to go up to 2nd place. And now he's only just over 1/10 of a second away from the Alfa Romeo of Link's pace, as the Ferrari of Brewdog set to start his lap, and Fake Mano coming round to finish his first hot lap this evening. And where will the Williams go? There was a time being posted by the Alpine And Merc in Alpha. Now may have been Rusted Bolt, in fact, who goes into the top 3 as Fake Mano goes quickest to 140.7. And there you go, Williams, Fake Mano on top at this moment in time. Yeah, and again, there's an improvement. Late Bloomer goes into the top 8. It's a 42.4 for him. And we go back down towards Glue, and he doesn't gain any time on that occasion. And Merc coming through, improving by 2.5 tenths at this moment in time, and not using any battery still. So Merc has plenty of time to find here. How would he do? Again, obviously we know it can be a challenging circuit, but it's going to be even more challenging in these conditions. A little bit of a slip and slide. He does improve to go into the top 8. It's a 42.3 for Merc, and let's go towards a bit easier to see who was in the AlphaTauri this evening, because the only one will be Hazer, and he's improving by 6 tenths of a second. So let's see what his overall improvement is. He does lose the back end a little bit, 8 tenths of a second to improve by 141.8, and goes into the top 7. So the AlphaTauri, but still only the top 7 for him. So Doug just starting his first lap as well, not using any battery, and Brewdog will finish his first lap, again not using any battery. So have to watch out, see what the timings will be this evening for these drivers. And here comes Brewdog across the line. He goes P13. It's a 44.1 for him, and Sergeant Devsey is the driver in behind him, yet to set a time to his first lap as well. And Devsey goes P9. It's a 142.189 for him. Into the pits then goes the Aston Martin, and the improvement, is there an improvement? DD Friend does start a lap. No improvement for him, and Glue coming round just now and see what he could do in the Williams. Will he improve? But he does. He goes up to P12, and he improves by about half a second. And again, we will have a little look up towards Beast, who's just about to start his lap. Then you've got the Alpine of Merc. Is he using his battery? Not yet. He didn't validate, in fact. So he might use his battery on this occasion, so watch out for the Alpine. But Hazer is struggling in these conditions, really. It's fair to say at this moment in time, but you know what Hazer can be like. He can pull something out of the bag. But Merc does start his lap now. Bad Boy still P13, and the Alfa Romeo will certainly be looking to improve on that, but we'll go down towards the Mercedes. But Doug has also invalidated his first run. He'll get another opportunity, that's for sure. DD Friend out on track as well, just heading round into Maggots and Beckett at this moment in time. And back up towards the Ferrari of WBA Brewdog, and Mercedes of Doug just starting another lap. Hopefully for his sake he'll start some battery as well. But let's see what Ferrari will do here. But WBA Brewdog is looking okay in terms of, you know, we can get some good results in that car. But here comes Brewdog across the line, but it is P12. It's a 42.7 for WBA Brewdog. And let's go further up the field again. Sergeant Dempsey has unfortunately invalidated his time. Dom will start a lap very soon, actually, as Rusted Bolt is also coming round, as is DD Friend, so we'll watch out for them. DD Friend goes P13, and Rusted Bolt goes second fastest. It's a 41.070, and there you go. The tier 1 runner is now about 3 tenths of a second shy of the Williams of Fake Mano. Fitness has been the most impressive we've seen of Fake Mano, to be fair, in a qualifying session. Beast then goes into the top 5 as a 41.5 for the Red Bull driver. And now the 2 Mercedes. Doug is, again, he's invalidated his time, so no improvement will be posted from him. So I say no improvement, no time will be posted from him, in fact. And let's see, there is an Alfa Romeo. Will that be Bad Boy, who's just coming round right now? But again, he's not improving, so Bad Boy will have to go again. 43.5 is the time that he needs to beat. And we'll go and have a little look as Dom is just about to start his lap, and then the Mercedes pairing coming round again. Doug, there is a wall there, Douglas. I do hope you are aware of that. He is into the pits though. Maybe he wasn't aware. Right, WBA Brewdog is now going into the pits, and this is how you take the pit lane entry, Douglas. Right. And now further up, go back towards Sergeant Dempsey. There is a driver coming round as Doug has retired in the pit lane and he will start at the very back. P17 for Douglas then. Williams is also coming round, but they did not improve. That will be fake Mano, potentially actually starting another lap. Sergeant Dempsey goes into the pits. Volker as well. DD Friend goes into the top 5 to 41.454. Great time. In fact, given up DD Friend, really, you know, if let's just say 5 minutes before the race, I picked everyone a car out, DD Friend will probably be in the quickest car in the Red Bull. So he's managed P5, which is a tremendous effort from him. And Beast across the line goes P5 himself. It's a 41.446 and just about edged out the McLaren driver. And Algery goes P14 with a 42.8. And Late Bloomer just currently in Sector 1, just started his lap. Volker Warrior currently in the top 10 as well. And then the Alfa Romeo here is Bad Boy. Where does he go? He done well. He done well to go P2. There you go, that is a lap time that Bad Boy was waiting to deliver here. Just under 3 minutes remaining, and Dom goes quickest, a 140.379. Brilliant time from the McLaren, and he is flying high at the top of the tree. Further down we'll go and have a little look again. Here comes fake Mano, but he is not improving on this lap time. So there will not be an improvement here from the Williams, and he has been toppled by the McLaren for pole position. Can he take it back? It's going to be tricky, but we know he has the pace to do it. From what we've seen this evening, Bad Boy can still be in the running if he can recover. But the battery shouldn't be a problem in these conditions, in all fairness. Link's piece doesn't validate his time, but again, it's not his hot lap, really. A lot of drivers will try and push for one more lap, maybe 2 more if you've got that chance. And Coffey improving on his lap as well. We may just stick with the Aston Martin here. With his teammate Late Bloomer currently P13, and to be fair, again, Late Bloomer, if we were to pick out a car for each driver 5 minutes before, Late Bloomer would be in a quicker car, yet he goes P11. Good effort there from Late Bloomer, in fairness to him, a 142.0, but Coffey is the man who is improving right now. We'll try and watch out for everyone going round the final corner, see if anybody rises up. The Alfa Romeo is also coming through, but no improvement there. I think that may have been Links actually. Coffey does go into the top 5. It's a 41.1, and there is less than 80 seconds remaining here in qualifying. And there you go, you got one more attempt to get pole. It's Algeray spinning and spinning, and there will be no improvement from the Mercedes, and qualifying is done for him. And now we'll have to go up again and see if Dom going to improve here. Doesn't look like it, but he has enough time. He's got 50 seconds, and that will be it. So Dom on one final push lap. The Ferrari of Volker, I believe. No, it's not Volker. It's that Brewdog coming round. He did improve, but that was only his previous run. So not on that run. WBA Brewdog can go again. Now a Red Bull. Sergeant Dempsey is going round, and Merck will be following around. He goes through. His teammates there as well, and Glue is not there. It will be fake Mano starting his lap, and then Rusted Bolt. So there you go. It's a good quadruple of drivers effectively coming round. And there you go. Let's see what the 2 Alpines can do. The Aston Martin, I think, will that be Late Bloomer coming through again? Got about 10 seconds to go. He does take a little bit of a wider line, but it's not too bad again in these conditions. That's not a bad line actually. Late Bloomer then will come round, and it's a 42.1. Does not improve, but he does get another chance to go again. One man who won't get another chance is Hazer, and it's only P9 for Hazer. He can still drop from there. He is at a massive risk of starting further down. Glue is improving and goes 7th. He has outpaced Hazer in the Williams. Incredible effort from him. Coffey goes into the top 5. Link settles for P2. Improvers are starting to fly round, but it's Hazer who is down and out in the top 10. Only just, but he can still drop places. I'm sure he will. Bad Boy goes into the pits. Fake Mano is on a lap. Bad Boy has retired, and Dom not improving on this final run, but can he improve? through sector 3 here for Tom. Here comes a McLaren. No improvement from him, but he did go purple sector 3. He is the one who was impressed here. Volker not going quicker. Brewdog across the line, and he will go P13. And here comes Sergeant Devsey as well. Massive improvement here from the Red Bull driver. 7.5 tenths and gaining even more, can he? Here comes the Red Bull. He goes into the top 10. He's ahead of Hazer. And here comes Merck across the line. He goes quickest! Merck is on pole! What an effort! And here comes Rusted Bolt, who goes P3! And that will be qualifying done unless Late Bloomer can improve. And he will not improve. And that will be qualifying done. It's Merck on pole. And he gains a bonus point as well. What a qualifying session. The two Alpines looking quick. Hazer down in P12. Hazer has got work to do if he wants to continue his 100% tier dominance this season. But wow, what a qualifying session that was. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Right at the end, a host of improvements, but it is Merck who takes pole position. Could he have been on the Haas tonight? Could he have been in a weaker car? Yeah, he could have done. Of course he could have done. But you know what? When the championship leader is that far ahead, I think it's only fair to sort of reduce the deficit effectively. And that's kind of what we've done. If Merck and Bolt can take some strong points this evening, then that will definitely reduce the deficit. And we'll see next week what happens. But for this week, well, the two Alpines are looking strong. And, you know, who knows? They might get a weaker car next week. They might get a same car. Who knows? Again, okay, I guess technically I know. But, although right now, then again, I don't really know what way I'm looking at things. But in terms of having a competitive championship, and a bit more competition in terms of each race as well, I think, there you go. I think that is the competition we're looking for. Hazer down at P12. Not great from him, but I'm sure he can pick it up during the race. But that is the championship leader in P12. And the two chasers, both for the Alpine tonight, are P1 and P3 respectively. So there you go, your full qualifying results then, and it's Merck on top, the pole, Dom taking P2. Great qualifying from the McLaren. He was often up there as well throughout. Then it is the Lithuanian Rusted Bolt P3, and it is the Brit Lynx in P4. You've got the other pole of Fake Mano in a top 5 for the Williams, and it is the Alfa Romeo or Bad Boy, the Dutchman Coffee, currently starting in P7 for the Aston Martin. The Frenchman Glue in 8th position for the Williams. Night Pace, the other Dutchman, and it is Beast in the Red Bull. And then top 10 for the McLaren of DD Friend. Of course, DD Friend done a great job, as did Glue. Take into account these two drivers should really be in quicker cars. Then you got Debsey, Hazer, Volker, Late Bloomer, a few other drivers further back. I think Brewdog would have been one of them, and Doug starting at the back, I know that much. But that is your grid for the dry. It feels a bit weird now seeing that Silverstone is completely dry, but it is completely dry. And I have been told that there is no anticipation of rain in this race. So we will have a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back in a few moments' time. Right then, we are back, and let's see how things go. The countdown has begun, and at last the first challenge for Doug, indeed it shall be. But here we go, and we get straight onto the Hamilton straight. Here we go then. And it is lights out, and it's go, go, go in the front, and Merck has a strong start, and he will hold the lead into turn one, and there you go, the Alpine flying through, with side by side coming through further back on the McLaren and the Williams. Further adrift is Dom and Fake Manor, who comes in second place. A spin from the McLaren, and he's connected with the Alfa Romeo. As a result, I think it was a Lynx piece potentially, but sadly Glue and Dom have lost out. I do think the McLaren had spun already. I don't think there was contact until after the spin, sadly. But it is Merck and Fake Mano who have a strong start. And we'll have a little look further down towards the Alpha Tower of Hazer, who has made a blistering getaway up 6 places, and into the top 6 he goes. He's got the Alfa Romeo, and he does not have the Alfa Romeo ahead. I was going to say he did. But there you go, he now takes the Alfa Romeo. Can he stay ahead? Yes, he can. Hazer already in the top 5, but through comes the Alfa Romeo again. Lynx Piece having a little look. We go directly on board the Beast, who has a great view of this one. Oh, contact between they are teammates. And Alpha Tauri in the real tears. But Hazer goes back through. I don't know if there was an original contact there with Beast, but either way, Hazer back in P6, but he did have a great start, but now he's struggling a little bit to get back into it. Fake Mano loses out to Bad Boy. Bad Boy goes up into the top 2, and it is the top 4 who are beginning to streak away, but Lynx and Kaiser definitely have the pace to get back into it. We'll have a little look further down as Brewdog and Algerie have a battle, and Brewdog earns a place up into the top 9, and Volker having a challenge here with Late Bloomer, and Volker Warrior goes up into P13 in the Ferrari. Let's go back. We're going towards Beast again. Have a little look if he can have a little battle here with Hazer over P6. And then they got DD Friend, who has been very solid so far throughout the entire session. Again, in a car which probably isn't representative towards his overall pace. He should be in a quicker car, but he's still holding his own in P8 further down, side by side squabble potentially between Rusted Bolt, who has lost a host of places, and Algerie. Bolt is really trying to fight it. Round the outside they go. And Bolt has the place. No, he doesn't. He spun. I don't know what has happened there between Algerie and Rusted Bolt. There was certainly contact between the pairing. And Bolt drops to last. Absolutely crazy. Whatever has happened there. Out of which corner would have been a lot of field. And it would have been a challenge between them both. But you could certainly avoid contact there. And they definitely have made contact, so whatever's happened, well, it was very much avoidable. Not sure who was at fault for it, however. And now through going to Stowe, and now head down into Vale, and Bad Boy has taken Merck for the lead of the race, and this top 3 looking strong. But it will get the likes of Coffee and Lynx a chance to close the gap. Hazer on those hard tyres, however, but he has dropped back at 1.8 seconds, and he's got Beast and DD Friend behind him. Let's just have a little check here. As a little bit of a move potentially down the inside, and hitting the curb, in fact, was Fake Mano. Therefore, he couldn't quite make the overtake that he so desperately wanted in that Williams. And Merck as well. What penalty has he got? 3 seconds already for Merck. What? How can he get 3 seconds on lap 3? Lap 3, you've got 3 seconds. You're getting a warning per lap. And now Fake Mano has an attempt, but doesn't quite get him. Don't forget Fake Mano is on the soft tyres. Top 2 on the mediums. And here comes Fake Mano with an outside move potentially at Cops, but doesn't quite go for it, in fact. So beyond Cops now, and now Fake Mano is having another look at Merck into Maggots and Beckett. But again, Merck does hold the pace, but is now beginning to lose a bit of time towards Bad Boy as a result of this duel with the Williams. And now Fake Mano will make the place on the straight. Fake Mano certainly has been dying for that move, no doubt about it, and he does make the move on the Alpine. Did have DRS, as did Merck as well, but Fake Mano is now back up into P2 on those soft tyres. Beast, meanwhile, did overtake Hazer. And Hazer, on those hard tyres, was trying to play a good game with Beast and DD Friend so they can help each other get back within closing range of that front pack, as Volcar Warrior takes a fast lap of 31.3 from him. Currently in P9, Volker, so he did have a... Well, wait, let's see what the start was like from his perspective. I'm getting the impression, though, yeah, he did gain a few places, so he didn't actually get caught up, it doesn't seem like. In the turn 1, I'm not going to say the mess. It wasn't even at turn 1, to be fair. It was around turn 2, really. But, yeah, a little bit of a challenge at times for the drivers. Actually, it was well beyond turn 2. But either way, we'll see what can happen here between Bad Boy, Fake Mano, and Merc as well. Glue was slightly closing the gap towards Devsy, and also Doug is on the rear and overtaking Brewdog down the inside before Cop's corner. Through goes Doug and up into the top 10 now. And now can he hold down that place from WBA Brewdog into Mag, into Beckett, who will be quicker. Both Tier 2 drivers, don't forget, Doug and Brewdog. Doug had his Tier 2 full-time seat debut at Abu Dhabi. Unfortunately, he did get a DNF by something that didn't seem to be his fault. He just couldn't react to it. It was very much too quick of an incident up ahead, sadly, from him. So it wasn't on him, if we're being honest. But Doug, despite of that, certainly does have some pace. And now he stays ahead of Brewdog and back up to the front. We will have a little look as Glue also takes Devsy for P15. As you can see, this is a good little pack of 5 drivers at the moment. Beast, Hazer starting to drop a little bit back, as is DD Friend in fact. But they are just holding on to that DRS right now. And Fake Mano closing in, as is Merc as well. But still Merc, with that 3-second penalty, that will be severe damage for him come the end of this race. Dependent on how safety cars go, as Dom also takes Algory for P12. But yeah, depending on the safety car scenarios this evening, maybe we don't get any. If we don't get any, do you really want to do a 2-stop down here, taking into account the pit lane, as off goes Fake Mano and Merc takes the place. And up into the top 2, Fake Mano ran extremely wide on the exit of Cops. And there you go, Merc takes that place straight away, no hesitation from the Alpine. And he next up for him will be the race leader, Bad Boy, but again, a 3-second penalty will have a major impact on the Alpine come the end of this race. Well, you imagine it should anyways. Beast at the moment is rapidly closing in now on that top 5. Goes a little bit wide, however, that will just compromise his exit, so Beast may not quite be in DRS range, but he is certainly close at 1 second now. If he can get himself within that extra 10th of a second, he will be there. But I think Link's Piece may be trying to use a little bit of battery, trying to keep Beast out of it. But Beast may have DRS here, so it could effectively be an 8-way battle. Volcar Warrior as well is closing that gap up as well. Could be a 9-way battle, and don't discount the duo of Doug and Brewdog getting back in, which would make it an 11-way battle. And Dom as well, he's been quick throughout qualifying, and he's certainly finding some pace now, so a lot of drivers you cannot discount on a long DRS train here. It had been broken up straight away in this race, but they're starting to close it back up. Hazer now is the one who's trying to get himself within a second, and he has just managed to achieve that. So the top 7 are all in this DRS train as off goes Hazer, as well as that may have been a track limits warning for the AlphaTauri driver. Does he have DRS though? He did momentarily drop outside the 1 second window. This could be tight for whether or not Hazer has DRS. Let's see if his rear wing opens here. And I don't think he has it. No, there's no DRS for Hazer, so he did get inside there as Beast has a move and an overtake on Coffee, and he takes the Aston Martin on the soft tyres. Beast up into the top 5 now. In a great drive this evening from the Dutchman to overtake his fellow Dutchman and make his place into the top 5. And I have a little, I was going to go further down, I'm going to go back up actually towards Merc, who will keep the pressure on the Alfa Romeo of Bad Boy here. The Pacer can keep hold of Beast. He can climb his way up the pack on those hards, yes. Well, indeed he can. Well, he's already there now. He's got himself within that DRS range. Beast is the one who's just dropped out as a result of overtaking Coffee. So that'll be one little battle to watch. Yellow flags for Mercedes of Algerie. And he's now... Oh, wow, that was close. Rusted Bolt just narrowly avoiding Algerie there. Maybe just struggling a little bit this evening, the Mercedes. I know he has got himself a wheel to play with, so that, I think it's his first time. I think he was on controller before, so perhaps just taking some time to get used to it as Late Bloomer takes glue, and up into P13 with Sergeant Defsey just behind them. Sergeant Defsey having a good little battle here, a three-way battle, having a little look down the inside at Cops, but doesn't quite go for it, and the Red Bull sticks him behind, but does he get the exit he needs? He has a good exit, and that will certainly get him DRS on the Williams and Aston Martin up ahead. We shall go to the front of the field then, back towards Bad Boy and Merc, but Bad Boy does retain the lead here. Fake Mano just starting to drop off on those soft tyres at 9/10 of a second. He can't afford to drop outside the 1 second window with the quick running Lynx Piece directly behind him. So do not let Lynx Piece go straight through, as surely the shout here is into Abbey they go, and Fake Mano just hold on to P3 at the moment. Let's go back here with Merc, see what he could do up against the Alfa Romeo this evening. But with that 3-second penalty, I feel like a race win could be over already, unless Merc gets fortunate with whether it's strategy calls or safety cars at the right time for him. Or virtual safety car. If there's a virtual safety car at a good time for him, then that could benefit his race. But besides from that, you're struggling to think if Merc can actually win this Grand Prix. Lynx Piece did take Fake Mano, and into the top 3 he goes. So it was looking like the Alpines were looking good this evening, but now the Alfa Romeos have taken the advantage here, as Algerie again another struggle, and yellow flags for that Mercedes. Stick up with this battle, then there's still that good battle going on for Late Bloomer, Glue and Sergeant Defsey for P13 as well. So we'll try and keep our eye on Lowe's position changes potentially as they head forward to Maggett and Beckett now for that trio. But here, and also Ross's Bolt, I'm sure will be closing that gap. That trio ahead are on mediums, softs and softs. So Bolt is in 2 seconds now. But Merc not trying to make the overtake here on Bad Boy. Bad Boy is holding the advantage, but Merc is rapidly closing that gap up now. At 1.5 tenths into Abbey, but I don't think he'll go for it. That would have been a lunge if he did go for it, but he doesn't go for it. Lynx Piece and Fake Mano just struggling to stay within a second here of this top 2. Bad Boy and Merc are flying away at this moment. Can Lynx hold on? Can Mano hold on? Mano has lost DRS now. Beast will inherit the opportunity to make the move on the Williams. Beast potentially working better on his soft tyres, as Merc and Bad Boy momentarily had a little scrap, but Bad Boy stays ahead, and Beast also doesn't go for the overtake on Fake Mano, or does he? Potential little brief look on the inside, but he doesn't go for the move through Luffield, and exiting out of Woodcote they go. And now into Cops. Let's see if Beast or Merc will potentially look for a move. More yellow flags for Algerie. Not impressing in that Mercedes, is he? Struggling. Let's go back then towards Merc, and more yellow flags. Guess who? Don't need to say it. Right, Late Bloomer and Glue. Let's see what happens here, because it is a 3-way battle before the exit. Maggett and Beckett. Late Bloomer just about, and Glue holding on ahead of Sergeant Defsey. Bad Boy and Merc retaining their place. Beast did take Fake Mano and up into P4 then. So a real good drive this from Beast to power his way as the best of the soft tyre runners. Hazer P7 not really making any inroads, but just holding his own really on those hard tyres again, don't forget. So he will be quicker at points in this race once he can get himself into the pit lane. And also, what strategies are these drivers thinking? Are they thinking 1 stops? Are they thinking 2 stops? That will be the strategy game for this evening. 1 stop and 2 stops, as Merc will have another look around the outside. Bad Boy trying to push him wide. Bad Boy just about hold the race lead here. Merck not able to make the move, and Link's Piece is right there with them now. So it's a it's an Alfa Romeo sandwich that Merck has got himself into. And now, down here, done it to Cops, goes the Alfa Romeo of Link's Piece. He done a splendid move at Spa only on Monday night, and he tries it again here, but Merck retakes the place. Brilliant battling through Cops, through Magata Beckett, and retiring in the pits goes Algary. But here comes Link's Piece again, both with DRS. Who will take the move? Who will take the place for P2? Will it be an Alfa Romeo 1 or 2? Can Merck hold on to it? Down the inside goes the Alfa Romeo, and he takes the place. The Alpine could not get him back. Brilliant bit of racing here between Link's Piece and Merck, and Link's Piece takes a place into Stowe. Absolutely splendid. And Link's Piece now has to try and catch his teammate, who has pulled a 1 second gap now. But here comes Merck again. He's not going to have a look down the inside at Abbey. Abbey is too quick a corner, really, to look for the move. Then again, you could argue the same for Cops, but people still try that overtake at Cops, and it can look very good if it goes well and neither driver make any contact, as you saw right there. Links and Merck, brilliant racing, and between the two of them, plenty of space afforded for the duo. No contact at all. It's a good piece of racing, that is for sure. I'm sure not every league can get that much of an excitement through Cops Corner. Anyways, the Red Bull Death Sea just running a little bit wide, but he's still involved in this battle here. Russell Bolt, meanwhile, has managed to take all three of them and up into P13 for the Alpine. But he is a long way from where he wants to be, because he needs to be up in that top 10, really. Realistically, if he wants to win a championship this season, Russell Bolt, he needs to be much closer than towards Hazer. Hazer's out of DRS range, though, of the top 6. Falcon Warrior, DD Fred just dropping back as well. Doug has enabled himself a chance on the exit of Magata Beckett to get himself within a second. And further up the foot again, they play battle between Merck and Link's Piece. And Merck not quite able to get the overtake done. And let's see if he can do the little cutback, a little switchback on the Alfa Romeo. Not quite, gets up to the curb a little bit here. And we'll give Beast, Fake Mano and Coffee a chance. Well, here comes Beast and see what he can do. Again, he's on soft tyres, but he has impressed this race. The fact that he's been on those soft tyres. Let's have a little look, shall we, at the position changes there. He's gained 5 spots, as has Bad Boy. So the two best starters, really. I know Doug's made a great start as well, up 7. Hazer's still up 5. But the two that I've been impressed by, one in particular, probably Beast. But Bad Boy's done a splendid job as well. Hazer's done well, but he's not really gained anything since lap 1. And Doug up 7 places, slowly making his way up the field, but needs to get himself within a second of the Ferrari ahead in the form of Falcor Warrior. But here could be another chance for Beast. The Alfa Romeos are still split at over 1 second. Merck, however, if he gets the DRS, which I'm very certain he will on Lynx, he can put himself back within a second of Bad Boy through that DRS and overtaking the Alfa Romeo. That may be what the Alpine needs to do here. Let's have a little look, a little watch and see. I think Merck will go for the move, and yep, he does go for it down the inside. And here comes a chance for the Red Bull. Beast, I thought for a moment, I thought he was going to go for a surprise attack on the Alfa Romeo. Doesn't quite go for it. Merck does take Link's Piece, however, doesn't really close that gap towards Bad Boy. It remains at about 1.4, 1.3 seconds. Doug does take Falcor Warrior, and Falcor losing pace because he's going into the pits. That makes a bit of sense now, doesn't it? Yep, there you go. Into the pits goes Falcor, and still this battle continuing here between Glue Late Bloomer and Sergeant Devsey. There you go, good little battle between these 3 drivers. Let's see what they can do. And Falcor Warrior goes for a set of the hard compound tyre in the Ferrari. So the first driver to pit this evening as well. See what he can do. Still no safety cars, which is good. No clear sign of damages for any drivers as well. Maybe Algary may have done. Still been a very solid race from all. Merck now got himself within a second of Bad Boy. We'll have a look towards Fake Mano, who is all over the rear of Beast in P4. And are we expecting Hazer to try and get himself back within a second of these leaders here? Or is he just going to play the patience game, you know, keep his battery intact? Okay. What battery? What battery? Yep, he doesn't have any battery. Okay. Never mind, he won't keep his battery intact. Alright. Right, Late Bloomer here does take glue. They're only going into Maggots and Beckett as well. Yeah, we'll go up. Oh! Wow. Late Bloomer pulls out completely there. And that could have been real chaos between these drivers. Link's Peace goes into the pits for mediums. Will he go for the hard tyres? Will he go soft? Will he go for another set of mediums here? A three-way battle continuing. Glue and Late Bloomer going almost side by side. And Glue holds the place. I did wonder though when Late Bloomer there was very heavy braking. He was on the inside line for a Maggots and Beckett. And fortunately nothing occurred with Sergeant Devsey. Devsey could have certainly either at least broken his front wing, but there could have easily been 2 DNFs from that, I've got to say. Fortunately, nothing happened, and in and out of the pits now is Link's Peace, and he is onto the hard tyres. And now the Alfa Romeo is down in P15, but he will be the quickest driver, or amongst the quickest drivers on track right now. So I do feel it should, if you're pitting around now, it should really be a 2-stop strategy. So we'll see if Lynx can make that work. I still believe some of these drivers will be thinking to make a 1-stop work. Hazer may be one of them. This is where things get interesting. If there's no safety cars, do you want to do a 1-stop or do you want to do a 2-stop? A 1-stop could be favourable here if there are no safety cars. With how long it takes in that pit lane, you lose well over 25 seconds. You don't really want to be losing 25 seconds in the pit lane, but into the pits goes the Williams of Fake Mano then. And also a 37 mile per hour pit limiter around here as Fake Mano will get rid of his soft tyres then. And oh, off track goes Bad Boy. Coffee should, I'm trying to go to Coffee, couldn't quite good, but either way Coffee does take the place. Not certain what happened there, what occurred between Bad Boy or Coffee or Beast, whoever it was. Either way, Bad Boy did go off track, so a bit of a struggle there for the Alfa Romeo. Beast now was caught up to the rear of Merck for the race lead here. Let's have a little look as Beast goes for the move. He does have a little look down the inside, but does hold back on the potential overtake down at Brooklands, so he does have to hold back. Let's see if he does have an overtake on him though in that Red Bull as Falcor Warrior sets a fast lap of 31.222 on those fresh hard tyres. He is ahead of Sergeant Devsey. He is behind the likes of Link's Peace and Fake Mano. Links, however, has a 2-second gap over Fake Mano now, having done the undercut. Achieved very well there from the Alfa Romeo. Go back on board directly with the Red Bull. They will be very quick in a straight line. Not quick enough here to take the place from Merck. Still about half a second. The gap is slightly closing, but not substantially. Whilst Coffee and Bad Boy play battle. Bad Boy obviously had that half spin. Only last lap actually. Lap 15 for him. Actually would have been lap 14, wouldn't it? Lap 14 into lap 15. And into the pits goes DD Freds. There's only 2 drivers still on the soft tyres. And that will be Beast in P2 and Glue in what looks like it will be P10. Because DD Friend will still drop those places. So 2 drivers in the top 10 are still on the soft tyres that they started on. And there you go, DD Friend has opted for a set of mediums, meaning it will definitely be a 2-stop strategy for the McLaren in this evening's Grand Prix. And Bad Boy takes the place of Coffee and he is up into the top 3. What will Coffee do about that? He will just hold back. So there you go, no movement between them. We'll go back up towards Beast, who is now all over the rear here as Link's Peace takes Late Bloomer further back. For P11, Late Bloomer yet to pit. Link's just on to the fresh hard tyres. Let's go on board. Actually no, we'll have a little watch here of the broadcast view through into Maggots and Beckett between Merck and Beast. Will Beast take Merck here on the Hangar Straight? This will be the chance for the Red Bull to take the race lead for the first time this evening, and through he goes. Beast doing a remarkable job on no soft tyres. Still holding his own here. And what a race he has had so far. Is he still on for a potential one-stop strategy? He could very well be. And Beast is well out in front now. 7/10. He is gaining a lot of time here at Merc. Merc has got to make sure he stays within DRS range or he could be in a bit of trouble. And into the pits goes the Ferrari of WBA Brunnog. He's getting rid of his hard tyres. And that's another thing to note, by the way. Some drivers who are medium tyres are pitting earlier than the likes of Beast and Glue, who are on their soft compound of tyre. This is a real strategy game here between all these drivers, and certainly at the front of the field. What can they all do? Hayes are still yet to pit, but of course he's on the hard tyres. He's not even gaining any time. He's lost time to that top 4. He's now almost 4 seconds away from Coffee. I mean, Hayes has got a lot of work to do if he wants to come away and win. But it's Hazer. You can never discount him. Never discount Hazer from a potential race win. Certainly not this early into a race, that's for sure. Any battles going on further down? It doesn't look like it because Lynx and Fake Mano is starting to close the gap towards Lynx. Glue, Late Bloomer both yet to pit. They were having a battle earlier on with Sergeant Devsey. I think they will be a few seconds away from Devsey once they both go into the pits. Now I'll have a look down towards Coffee, and then Glue picks up a 3-second penalty on his soft tyres. And that would have been on the exit of Cops, I do believe, for Glue to pick up that 3-second time penalty. And there you go, Coffee just staying in behind Bad Boy. This top 4 just holding out at the moment. Bad Boy not quite within a second of the top 2, but he's not far away. He could definitely gain those extra few tenths, whether it's through a mistake from the top 2. And again, Merc is only just hanging on towards Beast at 9/10 of a second here. Beast has got an absolute rocket ship on that car as Fake Mano sets the pass up at 1:30.244. It's definitely looking good at the moment for that Red Bull. Still succeeding on those soft tyres. Those soft tyres are not letting up here at Silverstone. What an effort he has done as Fake Mano and Lynx Peace play battle here. And now the Alfa Romeo just about hold on to it. But Fake Mano will get that DRS. And now, will Fake Mano go for the overtake? He has a look down the inside. He has the overtake done. Fake Mano has another look. But he's having to hold it. Round the outside now. Goes Fake Mano. Not Russell Bolt. Lynx Peace still there. Can Lynx hold this place here? And now as they have to run through into Cops corner. Lynx ahead of Fake Mano. Mano having a look down the inside of Cops. Doesn't quite get enough purchase on that move. And stays behind. But Lynx Peace will know he will be under threat on a hanger straight here. Fake Mano should get the move done. Certainly heavy battling there between this pairing, but now Fake Mano surely on a hanger straight. No defence from Lynx, you would presume. I think Fake Mano should have to pit again. I wonder for Lynx Peace, could he try and get those hards to the end, but Fake Mano does overtake him and up into P9. But Lynx Peace having another look, this time around the outside. And Lynx Peace will have the better line here, you can clearly see that. But those hard tyres won't have the grip as opposed to the mediums, and that is why Lynx Peace couldn't quite get the move done, but he got incredibly close to the point where he was almost alongside into Abbey, but he has to stay back and stay in P10. I'm going to keep watch of this battle here because I do know there's a little battle going on for the lead, about half a second between Beast and Merc. Both doing brilliantly, but I'm more impressed with the fact that Beast has held onto those softs for as long as he has done. Oh, Hazer still struggling. Look at the gap between that top 4 and Hazer. Hazer is nowhere near him. You would have thought those hard tyres would be finding their own around here, but they are absolutely not. He is struggling on those hard tyres, Hazer, this evening. We might actually get a different winner this evening as well. I mean, unless Hazer shows up in the second half of the race, we will get a different winner here at Silverstone. But again, it's Hazer. Anything can happen, we all know. He has the ultimate pace. You could argue that maybe only Pesci is the one who can really compete with Hazer when it is Hazer's day. Pesci's the only one who can really challenge him in equal cars, but in realistic cars anything can happen. Hazer has largely been on top in these 100% realistic cars. The yellow flags I think may have been for WBA Brewdog here. And into the pits goes the Williams of Glue, and he's getting rid of his 18-lap-old soft tyres. He's done a good job on those. And let's see what the Williams opts for. Does he go mediums or does he go for the hards? It might be the hard tyres here for the Williams driver. No wonder these guys are surprised at how long he's gone for mediums, in fact. So Glue has gone for mediums. Can he get them the 32 laps that he needs for Glue to go to the end? Again, it's going to be an almighty struggle to get through 32 laps here on those mediums, but that may be what he has to try and do, or hold out until there's a safety car. As whilst Fake Mano does hold his place on Link's piece, they are closing the gap now towards Rusted Bolt in the Alpine. But Fake Mano will not have DRS on Rusted Bolt, whereas Lynx will have DRS on Fake Mano. And into the pits goes the former race leader Beast, getting rid of his 19-lap-old soft tyres. What a job he done on them. That has certainly been the most impressive first stint, in my opinion, in this Grand Prix. He's a 5-second penalty! Rookie error from a clearly not-so-rookie driver. 5-second penalty. Struggled on the hards. He's going to probably go mediums, maybe to the end here. Coffee goes for softs. There's a few in the pits, in fact. Beast on mediums, Coffee softs. Hazer goes for... having to go for it, he goes mediums. This will make things interesting now. Hazer's gone for medium tyres. He's had enough of his hards. He knows they have not been a tyre for him this evening. And now, Hazer has work to do on those medium tyres. Down to P13 is the AlphaTauri driver. Crazy how close some of these battles have been here this evening, but Link's piece keeping up with Fake Mano. Fake Mano now in that DRS range of Rusted Bolt. And now let's see what they can do. Heading through Luffield at this moment in time. And Rusted Bolt just holding on, but Fake Mano will go for the overtake round the outside of the Alpine. And Bolt tries to hold it down the inside, but through goes Fake Mano. And that was a chance for Link's piece. Would have to go on with him. Link's piece could not wait around much longer, and he does take Rusted Bolt as a result. And up into P6 goes the Alfa Romeo. Next up will be Fake Mano. These two are just holding on to each other, and into the pits goes the Alfa Romeo of Bad Boy from his 20-lap-old medium tyres. Done a lot better this evening, Bad Boy, than what I've seen him previously on this circuit, so maybe just updating his setup a little bit, I'm presuming. And Link's piece of Fake Mano still going at it here, and Fake Mano will have a look down the inside. What a battle this is! No contact, surely! Still no contact between the duo. Brilliant how they didn't make any contact on the exit of Vale and into Club, and now into Abbey. Fake Mano is still there. He's going to have a look. In down the inside he goes, but he does hold back. I'm hoping that they give us a good view. That is a better view, and that is what we like to see. No contact between Link's piece and Fake Mano, but pure hard racing between the pairing. Speaking of hard racing here, it's Bad Boy and Coffee. Coffee on those soft tyres, so he will have the greater grip. But Bad Boy doesn't think so, because he's having a look now for a potential move down here. So we can go directly on board with DD Fred, who's joining in this battle. He goes extremely wide. Incredibly wide, in fact. I thought he was taking an actual roundabout for a moment in time, but either way, just try and hold it, but couldn't quite do it. And Link's piece re-overtakes Fake Mano. Incredibly, through into Cop's corner. Again, these two going at it. Got to keep watch of this battle. Got to keep watch of every battle. Man, into the pits on the medium tyres. See what tyre will the Alpine go for, but here comes Fake Mano again, down the hanger straight. Bolt waiting in the wings, but Fake Mano makes the move, and he holds on to it, and up into P4, but you still think he will certainly have to pit again. Link's piece may try and go to the end, but I feel like he may have to pit, in all fairness. But Merc is going hard tyres, and he's going hard tyres to the very end here. Question is, Are the hard tyres as bad as what it seemed for Hazer? If they are, this could be a terrible strategy. If they're not, and Hazer just couldn't quite get them to work in that car, then this could be a winning strategy. It could be the winning formula from the Alpine in Formula 1, of course. Now let's have a little look back, this time towards Bad Boy, continuing that battle. Although I'm going to move here because Hazer and Late Bloomer having a go. Hazer just holding on to it. Incredible battle they had there. Hazer just hanging on and is up the position. So up he goes at the P12. Next up will be Folklore Warrior in the Ferrari. Is on 8th lap, fresher medium tyres versus Folklore Warrior's hard tyres. And I think we will this time having a look towards Coffee again, having a battle with Bad Boy. And as you can see, Coffee is on the softs, Bad Boy on mediums, Bad Boy just holding out to keep Coffee behind. These two were battling as well earlier on, not too long ago, so they're still continuing the scrap. And Bad Boy is closing up towards Merc. Merc as well though has got a good gap, he's got a second on Bad Boy now, but he is 1.8 behind Beast. Beast is on mediums, so it's all to play for here. And Doug is into the pits now. And he does go into the pits very nicely, it seems, anyways. No damage for the Mercedes here. And into the pits also goes Rusted Bolt in the Alpine, trying to get his championship back into the picture, really, is what he's trying to do. But he's into the pits now, as is Doug. Doug goes for the fresh hards, and he will run to the end. Rusted Bolt also opting for the fresh hard, and he will also go to the end on those tyres, unless there's a safety car. And let's see where they both come out. Doug is slowly going round. He might lose out to Sergeant Devsey. Yes, he does. But Doug is out in P14. Rusted Bolt is out in P15. Ahead of Glue. Glue does not have to pit again. But you imagine the likes of Late Bloomer has to pit again. Devsey may have to pit again. Diddy Friend may have to pit again. So there's quite a few who still need to box. Dom, obviously, has yet to pit as well. And lost the race lead to Fake Mano. So Fake Mano is now your race leader, but is he the net race leader? Probably not, unless he's thinking to take those mediums to the end. Same with Link's piece on his hards. They may have to go for a two-stopper here. Let's see, there's Link's piece is trying to close up onto the McLaren, but it's not quite there. He knows he wants to go for the overtake. Bad Boy takes Merc meanwhile, and down a hanger straight, Bad Boy goes up the place. Dom is into the pits now. And he is the final driver, bar Late Bloomer, to make a pit stop on those medium tyres. And I'm sure he can get the hards comfortably to the end. So everyone now, except the Aston Martin of Late Bloomer, has made a pit stop. Late Bloomer, is he going in this lap? The answer to that question is a firm no. Very resounding there. But Late Bloomer does indeed stay out on his ageing medium tyres. Now, this is literally and physically what it is all about. So these are the gaps between everybody. That is the gap to the race leader as well. So just how far off they are. And obviously, plenty of different strategies at play. Some go in one stop, some will go two stops. And let's see who will gain the most amount of time here in this Grand Prix. We'll go back to the interval then. And let's go, I think we'll go towards Rusted Bolt. He is battling away with Dom right now. And is he going to have a look down the inside? I think he'll, thought for a moment he made it, but Dom goes a bit wide. And that will give Bolt the chance that he needs. He will not pull out that move, but the McLaren stays ahead for the meantime. And the McLaren just there, but Bolt comes back at him. And now, who will be clear into Cop's corner? Will it be Dom? Will it be Bolt? I think Dom just has it. Bolt, though, it is all over the McLaren. It's incredibly close between them. As Bad Boy picks up a 3-second time penalty, joining Merc on that count. Our Diddy Friend, Hazer, Volker, Devsey and Glue all having penalties as well. But Rusted Bolt is now going to have DRS on Dom and just get the move for P14 here. And indeed, he goes round the outside the Alpine and up he goes into P14. Into pits and goes Late Bloomer, the final driver who had yet to make his mandatory pit stop. And let's see, the late bloomer is most likely going to go hard. He has actually done half the Grand Prix on those tyres as well. Now, where does he come out in comparison to, say, Glue? I think he'll be well behind Glue, in all fairness to him. Bolton staying ahead of Dom. He's trying to close that gap towards Doug as well. Doug's lost the first challenge, not quite working in favour of the Mercedes. He is down in P12, but again, a few drivers ahead may still need to pit, so he has a chance to get back at those drivers. I could still comfortably get into the top 10, and who knows, if he does well enough, he could end up potentially hovering around the top 5, top 6 come the end of this race, depending on who needs to pit and who doesn't need to pit. Changes at the front then, Beast and Fake Mano, and Beast takes Fake Mano and is up into second place. Beast also on the best tyres of this top 3, but then Bad Boy and Merc are on better tyres further behind, and here comes Fake Mano down the inside. He takes the place of Beast, leaves the space. All the time you have to leave the space, and he does leave the space, and up into second place goes to Williams, and that will just enable Bad Boy and Merc to close the gap. Oh, don't know what happened there, but either way, Fake Mano does hold on to P2 then. Oh, now I have to drop further back because Dom has overtaken Rustin Bolt, and that would have been on the back end of the hangar straight. So through goes to McLaren, and up into P13 he goes. But there are lots of different strategy games at play this evening. Anything can honestly happen. Still no safety cars as well in this 100% tier race, as this trio, Lynx, Mano and Beast, are all battling it out. But then Bad Boy and Merc, Coffee potentially getting involved, but he's on soft tyres. Not sure why he went for softs. Maybe you saw how poor Hazer was doing on his hard tyres. That may have made Coffee make a switch. It does feel weird that Hazer has just not got the ultimate pace. In a 100% tier race, he's always up there. It's the first time that I feel like I've seen Hazer not be up there throughout the entirety of a race, in this tier in particular. Lynx Pearson loses out, and here comes Fake Mano and Beast. Beast just getting onto the curb a little bit, but it is effectively a four-way battle between these drivers. It's incredible stuff. We go on board directly with Bad Boy, who's going to have a look around the outside of UFRL Beast, but he goes wide. But Merc takes the place. Through goes the Alpine, and up into the top 4 he goes. And now the battles commence between this top 6. Mano, Lynx, Beast, Merc, Bad Boy and Coffee all involved, and squabbling away at the front of the field. And there could be a chance here for Bad Boy to re-overtake. He has the better line, as you can see on Merc. They go side by side. Who is ahead? Bad Boy edges ahead of the Alpine driver, and Bad Boy is back up into 4th place. Fake Mano also having a look on Lynx Peace for the race lead. These two on the oldest tyres. Mano with a time penalty at 3 seconds, and having a look down the inside. The move wasn't really on there for Beast, I have to be honest. It was tough battling between these drivers. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the move was ever really there, especially when they're going too wide up ahead. I don't think a move down on the inside was really ever going to formulate, unfortunately. Yeah, sadly, I don't think the move was quite on, sadly, but I do reckon that would likely be a penalty come the end of the race, sadly. But the racing has been hard here, that is for sure. It's been tough, hard racing between all the drivers. They have lost themselves about 5 seconds as well, unfortunately. Anyways, let's go back up the front then. The two Alfa Romeos are trying to battle out Lynx Peace into the pits. Okay, this is interesting. This is indeed interesting. Is he going to go mediums to the end now? Nobody has really enjoyed those hard tyres though, have they? The hard tyres have not been favourable here. So can Merc make them work until the very end of this Grand Prix? Because that 6-way battle has now gone down. It's a 3-way battle, but now there are different strategies at play. And Bad Boy and Merc are now scrapping out side by side. Who will have this advantage beyond Luffield? I think Bad Boy is edging ahead. Yes, he has. He is edged clear. and into the race lead he goes again. Both drivers have time penalties, however. And further back, I see a little battle potentially between Brewdog and Dom. Let's see what they do here. And Dom does take Brewdog, but Brewdog has a look down. He's on a big look down the time because the McLaren leaves the space. He leaves a lot of space. Couldn't have left any more space than that, in all fairness to him. And now Russell Bolt enters the fray, but he has been boxed in. He has got no chance of this overtake. And sadly for him, he will lose out towards both drivers, but he is all over them. Let's go further up as Hayes has taken Fake Mano. And up into the top 5, but off goes Hazer! And Fake Mano will take the place! It's another mistake here from Hazer. A horrible view that the game gives us there, but they're both still side by side. Let's see what they can do here. Still no contact between them. Racing away into Abbey. Who will take the place? Hazer edges ahead. Absolutely incredible battling between them. But Hazer edges clear. And Bolt has taken Brewdog. And next up will be the McLaren of Dom. And on the exit of Vale they go. And now can Bolt get himself back up into the top 10? Albeit again with a time penalty. Let's go once more to the race leaders as well. It's Merc and Bad Boy. But a lot of action tends to happen here at Silverstone. And that is no different here this evening. I mean, I've got to say there are gaps between drivers. They're not really massive gaps. And also a lot of them are on different strategies anyway. Some are on 1 stops, some are on 2 stops. Some of those at the front will still need to pit again. Unless they try and take those tyres to the end, but they will be dead. You know, somebody like Link's Piece could end up in a good position if his tyres will be in a better condition come the end, which he obviously will, but can he gain that time that he needs to gain on the race leaders? Gap to the leaders there for your Link's Piece, 29 seconds behind on the fresh mediums. And here comes a battle again, Fake Mano and Hazer. Hazer is on the fresher mediums and into the pit goes Hazer. Why? What? Has he got damage? Okay, I need to see why he's pitting, because he is pitting. Have a little look. Back to the interval, but the AlphaTauri of Hazer is in. He's going for medium tyres, and there is... He's serving his time penalty, I see. Serving his time penalty is going mediums to the end. I mean, maybe he was not enjoying that battle with Fake Mano because he couldn't gain anything on the Williams, could he? Wow, Hazer has got so much work to do. Have you ever seen Hazer in P14 in a race? I haven't. I don't think, I mean, unless he's spun round in a race, I don't think I've ever seen him anywhere near P14. But now he's got to bolt it. Ironically, his teammate in Tier 1 is Russell Bolt, but he has really got to try and make that strategy work. I mean, what is it now? Is it only a 2-stop or is it a 3-stop? Either way, I think it's a 2-stop strategy, but I mean, for Hazer's sake, I hope it works. But at the same time, for the championship, you kind of hope that we get different winners and all that. Either way, we're going to go back up to the front. But Hazer has got so much work to do now on his fresh medium tyres. Fair to say in this week, they have worked. But they have not worked too well for Hazer, that's for sure. So back to the front then. It is a bit strange not having Hazer in this battle for the lead. Because I think every race this season he's been in there with the race leaders. But either way, Bad Boy and Merc are still up there. But Coffee though, he's got a box surely again on those soft tyres. Beast could still be in a good place here, but you do think he may get a penalty on that incident with Fake Mano. So there's a lot of battles, a lot to play for here. These two drivers in the top 2, Bad Boy and Merc, could still finish in the top 2. And you know, one driver who could be up there come the end, it could be Doug. Doug could still be up there, you know. He's just roaming around on those hard tyres, but they are pretty decent hard tyres in all fairness, and he will get them to the end. He could still end up a good few places higher, I believe. And that is where I was saying earlier, he could still get into the top 5 or top 6. But again, with 20 laps remaining... Oh! What happened to Bad Boy? For a moment, I thought he may have been ending up into the wall. I don't think there was any contact with himself and Merck. Pretty sure he just lost the car completely. That's what it looked like anyways, but either way, he is thankfully no damages. Maybe just emotional damage, but P2 is the Alfa Romeo. Russell Bolt has just taken Dom as well and up into P9. Wow, so much battling is going on. Trying to keep up with it. Let's go back up then towards this duo. Consider going back down towards Dom as well, but we'll keep watch of Bad Boy for the moment. Fingers crossed for him. He doesn't have another spin. End of an era for Hayes, and this guy is truly watched. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a funny one. That's a funny one. I hope TAR didn't watch your race the other day, but you know, that is hilarious. Absolutely amazing. No, in all fairness, it's quite funny, isn't it? Seeing a week of Pesci and Hazer struggling. That's a bit weird. I mean, I say a week. Okay, a race. You both struggled in a race once this week. Don't really see that, do you? And I know you'll be like, oh, but I got on the podium. Okay. If we watch the race properly, we all know that your race wasn't great, but you still did well to get to the podium, in all fairness. But Hazer has really struggled tonight. But again, he's on fresh tyres. He can still get himself into the top 10, but he has got a lot of work to do. And he also has a penalty. What's his penalty now? 3 seconds for Hazer. Wow, he is struggling. Right, Coffee's into the pits then. And it may be fresh mediums. Where will Coffee be in comparison to the AlphaTauri of Hazer then? He's got a good gap. Hazer's just heading through Maggots and Beckett's now. I don't think it's going to be close. Hazer is going to be up. Don't forget, Hazer also had to serve that 5-second penalty. Hazer is nowhere near Coffee. They watch the stream. They definitely watch the stream. Absolutely. I heard they ripped up the contract, did they not? Definitely ripped up that contract. Right. There you go. Coffee is out at P11 and he has got, what, 11 seconds over Hazer? 11 seconds. Wow. What a gap between them. And he's on soft tyres. He only did about 12 laps on those softs, late bloomer retiring in the pits. But he only done 12 laps on his previous softs. Now he's got to do about 18 laps on these current softs. Not sure how wise that strategy call is, but either way, Bad Boy re-overtakes Merck. And down beyond the hangar straight, so Bad Boy back up into the race lead, and Doug catching up towards Russell Bolt now. And into Maggots and Beckett. I love how Doug just completely follows the line of a car ahead, but anyways, he does take Russell Bolt. Dom will have a look as well, but doesn't go for the overtake. A good little battle between these guys, but Link's Peace will soon be in that as well, to make it a 4-way battle between these drivers. And this is the most enlightening battle as well. I know the top 2 are going at it, but it's potentially 4 drivers here. They better at least give me £8 compensation for changing my name. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the fact that consoles, you have to pay to change a bloody, you know, your username is quite ridiculous. But yeah, I don't really know why you have to, but yeah. Either way, Merck is back ahead of Bad Boy, but they're going all contact between them. Bad Boy into Merck. I think it's fair to say that definitely the Alfa Romeo was the one who formulated that contact there, and Merck also has to completely back out of the corner. Not sure on that from Bad Boy. A little bit on the aggressive side from the Alfa Romeo. First of all into Cops, then through Maggots and Beckett's. But there you go, nothing, thankfully, no major contacts between them, but there were certainly 1 or 2. Wait, there used to be £4 if you had PlayStation Plus, and they removed that a month ago. Scammers. Yep, literally scammers, I agree. Right, into the pits goes Beast then. He's also going to potentially try softs to the end or mediums. Might be softs, you know, for the Red Bull. A lot of drivers did go. I mean, some of them went over about 20 laps on softs earlier in the race. And he does go for soft tyres now. So let's see where the Red Bull will be. But what do Merc and Bad Boy do now? Do they have to think, you know what, we have to go for softs as well? Or do they try and hold it on these current tyres? Coffee fastest lap of 1:29.7 on his soft tyres. And Coffee will be ahead of Beast, but Beast will have 2 lap fresher soft compound tyres here. 100% here. I do wonder if any of these guys actually thought, right, this is going to be my strategy and I will stick with this strategy no matter what happens. Unless there's a safety car. If there's no safety car, surely people must have thought, okay, I'm going to do this many laps on this tyre, this many laps on that tyre. And if you're doing a 2-stop, then you do this many laps on this tyre. But I don't know, I'm not sure how many actually thought that, to be honest. Right, Russell Bolt now is having this battle with Link's Piece, Dom and Doug all in there as well. And Link's holds the place. Has Doug got himself a chance though? Oh! And Bolt goes! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Links, what was that, man? That will go to the stewards because that is what you call a brake check, my friend. I'm sure some people in Tier 2 will know that very well. But anyways, there you go. Quite clearly, that was a brake check, it's fair to say. Maybe you could argue, is it DRS ducking as well? But that is very evidently a brake check there from Link's Piece. I'm pretty sure that will be a penalty. It's a bit of a shame because they were having a good battle. I don't even know why he did that, in all fairness. I don't really understand it. Whoa, what's that? I don't know what that was from Doug there, but anyways, I don't really know why, how did that even occur from Link's Piece? I don't know. Oh, Bolt. Bolt into Link's. That's not a brake check. That's not a brake check. The one on Doug was, but I think that's just Bolt into Link's. Not sure what's happening between these drivers, but Bolt has just gone into Link's. Link's did brake check Doug into Maggots and Beckett as well. So I do believe there could be 2 penalties on the cards for little over half a lap there of racing. The one who has gained from it all is Coffee. Coffee is through, Doug is there, Dom has massively gained as well, taking the place of Doug, and Merc, he has a 22-second lead, but he's, well, let's see if he pits. Does he go soft? Does he stay out? You kind of wonder, is Merc just going to try and hold it to the end now? Doug's reaction time is crazy. In a good way or a bad way. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. Now I want to ask you, Pesci, what would you do in Merc's situation? Because obviously he only sees what the top 5 drivers are, right? So let's say he knew that Dom was 22 seconds behind, Doug 22, alright, about 22.2 now, Coffee about 22.7, Link's 23.5. What would you do in this scenario if, oh, what's happening here? I thought from it Coffee may have had a look on Doug. But yeah, what would you do if you were Merc? You'd win. Well, unless it's Belgium. But what I mean though, because he's got a 3-second penalty as well, would you hang out on those hard tyres? Or would you box for softs? And if you box for softs, let's see where you may come out. Possibly behind Rusted Bolt is where you would come out if you box for for soft tyres, sorry. So it definitely lose a lot of places. Yellow flags, however, for glue. I mean, I wouldn't mind a safety car right now, in all fairness. It does feel weird, but my throat does not even feel that bad. I do not know why. It tends to feel awful after the 100% races. The 38 laps in, it's not bad right now, but that will probably change come lap 52. But I wasn't in first by 20 seconds in Belgium, was I? Well, no you weren't, to be fair. But what I mean is obviously having a really great drive and stuff. But, I don't know, I mean, Merc, has he got the pace to hold out? I mean, he's keeping Coffee, he's not that far behind. He is far behind. And he's not gaining that much time. I'll do mediums, but I have no clue on the 100%. Well, soft tyres certainly seem the way to go at the moment for most of the drivers, don't they? The majority are actually on soft tyres right now. In fact, what, about half the field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers. 6, okay, not even that. 6 out of 15, but soft tyres are the most used tyre at this moment. I think 5 drivers are on the hard tyres, and then 4 drivers are on the medium tyres. Let's go further down, and there's very much a big battle going on here. 4 cars all involved. We've got Links, Doug, Bad Boy and Beast. Glue is out into the pit lane, but there is a squabble going on. Massive, don't know what happened there. Oh, what's going on further down, because I saw potential contact. But I think Bad Boy has held onto it ahead of Beast. They are going too wide up ahead, which is incredibly risky there from Douglas. Doug and Links, but he goes very wide. Doug sailing through his Bad Boy, and Beast will have a chance here as well. Every driver has no battery. None of them have any battery. They've all got the red light flashing. Doug holds out ahead of Beast, but can Beast get at the Mercedes here? Oh, Douglas! Oh, Douglas! What is that, Douglas? Oh my goodness! It's not open lobbies, Douglas. We might do some at some point, but I can promise you we're not doing open lobbies right now, my friend. Wow. If you want to be killing people, make sure you kill people in FIFA later on, mate. Right, let's go back up. Sorry, I have to laugh about that. And also a good thing is, nothing else happened. It was just bad. It was just Doug who spun, but there was nothing that happened to the other drivers, it seems. I don't know if the lag is happening because of Links, or is it... I don't know what it is right now. There was a... Yes, again, there's a little bit of lag. Is the lobby just stuffed? Is that what it is? The lobby may just be a bit stuffed. I mean, they're still going at it here between Links, Peace and Beast. I mean, we've done 40 laps. Sometimes you know what lobbies can be like at times. As our Bad Boy closing in on Dom as well. I mean, Coffee is still closing the gap, but he's not closing it by a long way on the rear of Merc. Yeah, I personally, I'd imagine soft tyres would probably be the way to go now. Not sure on Coffee though, because he's on 6 lap old tyres. So it might be a bit different for Coffee. But for somebody like Bad Boy, you'd imagine 3 lap old softs can work quite well. So I would say soft tyres are the best right now, but Merc probably doesn't need a pit unless those hard tyres fall off. And they could fall off the cliff, but he'll hope they don't. Our gap to the leader is there for you as well if you need to have a look. And the penalty situation, majority are on 3 seconds except DD Friend and Dempsey, both on 8 seconds of penalties. And Beast sailing past Link's Piece there. No threat of a defence from the Alfa Romeo, and there you go, the Red Bull up into the top 5. And further back down the field, Fake Mano having a look down the inside of the McLaren of DD Friend. Does he get the place? Yes, he does. And now through goes the Williams and beyond Brooklands. And there you go, Fake Mano up into P9, but again he does have a penalty. So let's go. I was going to go back up, but then again that battle was really the only one right now, unless Beast can close the gap towards Dom, which he probably will, in all fairness. And actually I'm going to go towards Beast right now, because he may be able to get the move done here. On the hanger straight, he is incredibly close, but doesn't quite get the move done, and has to hang back in P5. Good evening, Speedy Bullet. Hope you are doing very well. So, yeah, I mean, it's been an intriguing race though, plenty of battles, and as you can see, there could still be a battle for the win come the end of this. Beast takes Dom, and then he's up into the top 4, and that means these 3 drivers, particularly, you could argue, well then again, I want to say particularly Coffee, but 8 laps on the softs, they are the worst of the 3 chasing Pack. But Bad Boy could be in a really good place here if he can keep pace with Coffee, and they can close that gap towards Merc. There could still be a battle for the win but there's 10 laps to go. They've got to go. They've got to improve here. 17.4 seconds. That gap has got to go down, and it's got to be quite a rapid gain here per lap. I mean, you need to be gaining well over a second a lap right now. Probably, you want to be realistically gaining about 2 seconds per lap at this moment in time. Right, bad boy, all over the rear of Coffey now. He's made sure he's in DRS range of the Aston Martin driver. Don't think there'll be any defence from the Dutchman, because they do need to work together now. Bad boy and Coffey, they can't afford to impact each other's races. If they want to catch Merck, they have to work together, and Bad Boy is up into second place. Link's Peace meanwhile has taken Dom, but Dom getting back at him. A little bit of wheel spin, however, and Dom does lose out. And there you go, Link's Peace up into the top 5 lane, but can the McLaren get back at the Alfa Romeo? Hazer meanwhile is still down there in P11. It's extraordinary what has happened to Hazer in this race. There's been no collisions, by the way, with Hazer throughout the entirety of this. No collisions at all. He's just struggled for race pace. He didn't have to serve a 5-second penalty. It's just not worked for him. It has not worked at all well for Hazer. And at this rate, he may even lose out towards Volcor as well and drop to P12. It is quite incredible. Let's go back towards this one then with Dom and Link's Peace. Yeah, you don't tend to see Hazer struggle. We don't really see him struggle ever. I mean, not like this. There's a difference between struggling maybe due to an incident or something, and then struggling like Hazer has been, pure race pace. And again, did he put a wet setup on? Could that have been the problem? Oh, what's happened? Bad boy into the wall. Is there going to be a safety? Is there going to be? No, it doesn't look like it. He is back up and running. And he is going to... I mean, he has lost some of his front wing, however, so Bad Boy's not going to be the man to win now. So sadly for him, he will not be a contender to win this race. Merck is definitely the favourite right now. Even though he has got aging hard tyres, 21 laps in total, they will have to run close to 30 laps. As Bad Boy retires in the pit lane. We are down to 13 runners, ladies and gentlemen. 13 runners, about 8 laps remaining, and Merck has a substantial lead of just under 16 seconds over Coffey. Can anybody catch up towards Merck? At this moment in time, you're thinking that is unrealistic, surely. Nobody's tyres look good enough. Nobody is gaining enough, unless Coffey and Beast can begin to really put the work in. And to be fair, those two could probably work together. Beast has shown some impressive pace at times in this Grand Prix. Earlier on, I mean, he was leading. Not too... well, okay. Probably, what, 20... just over 20 laps ago? Beast was leading on the soft tyres that he started the race on. Because he had done more than 20 laps on soft tyres. And obviously he boxed for the hards, I believe, and then he's gone back for softs. It doesn't look like the two-stopper has worked, however. As I was thinking earlier on, because of how long the pit lane takes. You're going 37 miles per hour and it takes almost 30 seconds. The two-stopper does not seem to be the way to go here. It's very close come Dom and Link's Peace here. And let's see how the battle goes. They're still going at it. And Lynx will have the inside line into Abbey. Very close to contact, but Link's Peace just edging his car ahead of Dom. Both leave perfect amount of space. And Russell Bolt and DD Friend going at it. DD Friend has the better tyres. DD Friend is another driver who has done very well in that McLaren this evening. Not quite the representative car for him. It was the best car available, but he has done a very competitive job this evening. Let's go back towards this one then between Lynx and Dom. Neither are on particularly strong tyres though. Right, let's see. Thank you for the follow towards Pipe Tech. very appreciative of that one, bad boy. I underfueled a lot thinking there was going to be a safety car. I was 3 laps under fuel. Oh no. Well, 3 laps under fuel, not the way to go. But hey ho, no safety car, 100% race distance. Who'd have thought it? Hey, 17 drivers as well. 17 drivers, no safety car, 100% race. Right, Beast taking coffee and up into second place. And I mean, there have been collisions, do not get me wrong, there have been the occasional incident, but there have not been that many incidents. Certainly a few, however. But there you go, Beast does take coffee and up into second place. These two can work together, the two Dutchmen. Beast in that Red Bull, coffee in the Aston Martin. Beast in tier 3, but you've got to say, from what we've seen at times in the past few weeks, you'd probably argue since maybe just before Christmas, maybe just after Christmas, depending on which race we're looking at. But Beast has probably shown he could be a tier 2 racing driver. He's got some very good pace, to be fair. Monaco, I mean, if he reserves at Monaco in tier 2 this week coming, then he could be in for a good drive after what I saw from him in the international tier. Then again, I'll be trying to practice a bit more for that as well, because I was not particularly good at Monaco, it's fair to say. Coffee, however, currently in P3, and he's got no penalties, but him and Beast really need to work together to catch Merc. I mean, then again, Coffee's just within a second. Beast is really putting the burners on, isn't he? He almost got a second there on the Aston Martin driver. But Coffee holds on down a hanger straight, getting that extra DRS speed effectively. DD Fendo on a hanger straight here, has a look on Rusted Bolt around the outside. Does he take Bolt? I think he takes one. Does he have a look down the inside? Oh, Fake Mano! An audacious effort. Fake Mano does seem to try and get back at him. They are almost too wide here between DD Fender and Fake Mano. They're directly on board with Rusted Bolt. Fake Mano holds the place, however, and remains in P6. Fake Mano and DD Friend both on the same age of tyres here. But still, I don't know what's happened to Hayes in this race. I mean, he is... You know what I'm wondering? What if he is underfueled? Do you guys think Hazer could have underfueled here? I'm not going to check his telemetry, but he could have underfueled. That could be why Hazer is really struggling. Then again, you never know who's underfueled here, do you? Because there's been no safety cars. Some drivers will do something similar to what Bad Boy did. I mean, I'll be honest, Silverstone's not exactly notorious for a lot of safety cars, but you would have probably expected one, maybe two, at least. Side by siding coming in are DD Friend and Rusted Bolt. Don't forget, Bolt has the 23 lap old tyres and just hanging in behind DD Friend. Bolt will get DRS, however. It's interesting because that might be what Hazer has been doing, you know, saving his fuel. Coming to think of it, why he's struggling so much is Dom all over the rear of Link's Speeds here. Doesn't go for the move, however, the McLaren settling for P5, but he will get an extra place. He won't get an extra place with doing that. However, he will get the extra place, providing he stays within what I believe will be a 3-second penalty. And there you go, 3 seconds. DD Friend, however, has 11 seconds, so he will drop back probably a few places, including to Rusted Bolt. So Rusted Bolt in the end will probably get P7, which is a decent finishing position for him, especially given what happened earlier on in the race. He'll be happy to have come home with P7 if he holds on to it. So Beast and Coffee, they're still trying to work together, but I do think they know the race win is done. They are not getting the win. Beast, however, would love to get P2, and for me, he has been one of the standout drivers in this race this evening. Doug now picks up a 3-second penalty, and that is his first 3-second penalty of the race. So that means he would have taken Folklore Warrior, he would have taken DD Friend. I think he'll still take DD Friend, but he will not take Folklore Warrior unless he overtakes him on track. And that's the position changes for you. Up 7, Beast. What a Grand Prix he has had. Up 4 for Coffee. Up 3, DD Friend. Up 4, Volcor Warrior. Up 7 for Doug, who has also had a good race. But certainly for me, Merc, Beast and Coffee are the 3 that I've been most impressed by. DD Friend, P7 in a McLaren, which again is not really representative towards his pace. He should be in a quicker car. So if he can hold on to P7, and then again he's going to drop places because of his penalties. Shame for his penalties, really. If he didn't have those penalties, then he would have definitely been in for that driver of the day shout. Volcor Warrior's done well in the Ferrari as well. It could just be those top 4. I mean, Dom has done well. Dom also was spun earlier on lap 1. Without the safety car, he's pulled himself back into it. I could still end up 4th place, which looking like he will get 4th place, in fact. And then in the top 4, come the end of this race, could be the 4 drivers on that driver of the day list. And Dom will be in P4, providing nothing happens between himself and Link's Peace. He doesn't need to risk this overtake here. Just do it on the hanger straight, and that's the only place you need to go for it. But for me, from what I'm seeing, I think it will just be Merc, Beast, Coffee and Dom in my driver of the day list from what I'm seeing. Anyways, Dom does now take Link's Peace, and back into the top 4 he goes. This could be a little ding-dong battle until the end of this Grand Prix, but that was a comfortable move on the hanger straight. Now, are there any potential battles happening? Fake Mano with DD Friend, but DD Friend has those 11 seconds, so it is pretty insignificant, the battle between them, but DD Friend has done himself a good job indeed in this evening's Grand Prix. Let's go and have a little look. Let's see what the 2 Dutchmen are like, Beast and Coffee. Coffee just hanging on to Beast, but I don't think he got DRS there. So Coffee has now dropped out of the 1 second window. Beast is still slightly closing. Fake Mano with another 30-second penalty. It's 6 seconds in total for Fake Mano in P6 now. So as things stand, he will drop down behind Rusted Bolt. So there you go. So Rusted Bolt would now take the place of both Fake Mano and DD Fred. He would end up P6 now, Rusted Bolt. He could be a contender for driver of the day because he was also spun round as well. So Bolt has done himself a good job to get a potential top 6 finish here. Drop it towards Dom and Link's Peace and see if a potential overtake can be formed here. What can Link's Peace do? Up against the McLaren ahead. Don't forget the McLaren, no penalties, yellow flags. Fake Mano, yellow flags. Has he? Don't tell me he's no fuel left. He's got no fuel. Fake Mano has run out of fuel on lap 51. Not even that, it's lap 50 for him. He's into the pits, he might retire here. He's definitely run out of fuel. Is he going to retire? Yeah, he's retired from the race. No fuel for Fake Mano, and that is his race done. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is game over for the Williams. I wonder how many drivers have no fuel here. I don't even want to have a look at their telemetry, but there could still be more yellow flags hanging around. And I still I do believe that Hazer's been struggling with fuel as well, surely. Because this has not been his representative pace. He is not this slow, you know. Even if he has an off track, he is not as slow as what this race is indicating. I think he's been in fuel management mode for quite some time here, Hazer. I mean, to be fair to Beast and Coffee, they are just slightly closing the gap, but it's not enough because Merc now is heading round the final corner, and now he will start the final lap of the Grand Prix here at Silverstone for a massive 100% tier race win here for the Alpina Merc. And with Hazer only just lingering inside the top 10, this will be a brilliant Grand Prix for Merc in his championship hopes. His title is back on for the Alpine. Providing he hangs on, of course, which you imagine he should be able to. Sergeant Defsey now takes Hazer There's no way Hazer's pace is like this. This is not pace related, I don't think. And if I have a little brief look, he's not struggling for fuel right now. But I get the impression that he has been looking after his fuel for this Grand Prix. Could he be trying to prove a point in a sense that he's not happy with the fact that other drivers have been in better cars all evening? 6 seconds of penalties now for Hazer, so he could still drop behind Sergeant Dempsey, in fact. He's got to hang in there. But we are going to go towards the race leader. Actually, no, we're going to drop down again towards Dom and Lynx, because these two are very close. But we are going to watch out for Merck, who is just heading now into Stowe. So let's go directly to the Alpine of UFRL Merck. Absolutely brilliant display of racing. Heading into Vale now. He's got a couple of corners to wrap it up, to secure the win in the 100% tier here at Silverstone this evening. Merck wins the British Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant. Hazer is not on top. It's Merck instead. Beast will come home. On track will take P2, but he will drop behind the Aston Martin of UFRL Coffee. It's a UFRL 1, 2 and 3, and the Dutchman of Coffee snatches P2. Beast taking a podium. Brilliant by all three of them. And now Lynx Peace comes home. It's only P5 because Dom recovers with a absolutely superb 4th place in the McLaren. Russet Bolt does indeed take P6. Full Core Warrior comes home in P7, and it is Doug missing out to DD Friend. DD Friend P8, Doug P9. And now Sergeant Dempsey will come home in the top 10, but losing out to Hazer. Hazer finishes P10. And WBA Brewdog will finish P12. That's the race over. But oh my goodness. Hazer has just given Merck a chance in a championship. And Doug gets the in-game driver of the day. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Doug will be in my 4 driver list. Because he gained places through DNFs as well, don't forget. I think our top 4 are probably going to be the ones in my list. Maybe Bolt. Bolt is a good shout for it as well. Anyways, here are the podium celebrations then. And the Alpine of Merck taking the top step here. The Brit winning the British Grand Prix. And that will be a massive victory for Merck's title hopes here in the 100% tier this season. And that gap to Hazer will just decrease ahead of next week's race. Full results are there for you then. Congratulations to Merck. Another, once again, superb from him. Beast also took the fast snap of 128.3, and that would, of course, be a bonus point for Beast. Coffee also getting onto the podium. Dom gets P4. Brilliant drive from the McLaren. Done well in qualifying as well, missing out on pole position though. Next Peace comes in P5. Bolt taking P6 after the earlier spin, so he'll be happy with a top 6 finish. P7 for Full Core Warrior. P8 DD Friend. P9 for Doug. P10 for your championship leader Hazer. Not sure what happened for him. Must have been some fuel management. Must have been managing something. Maybe damage. I don't know. P11 WBA Brewdog, and P12 the final driver to finish was Sergeant Dempsey. The rest of the drivers all failed to finish here this evening. There were 4 in total who DNF'd, including Fake Mano, who ran out of fuel with little over 2 laps remaining. But anyways, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That has been your 100% tier race. And it was at the Silverstone, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. And let's have a little look what races we have coming up then this week. So we kickstart in the international tier. That is tomorrow. Of course, Saturday, 9 o'clock PM for the international tier. And that will be held live at Zandvoort. So we head to the Netherlands for the international tier. Monday night will be down at Singapore. There you go, heading to the Marina Bay then for Tier 1. And then we have a big one in Tier 2. Well, Tier 1 has Singapore. Tier 2, you want to level it up because we go to Monaco in Tier 2. And that includes myself. I will be going to Monaco as well because I will be racing. So let's see how Monaco goes. Tier 3, next Wednesday. That will be at the Brazilian Grand Prix, Interlagos. Big opportunity for drivers there. Great circuit. And then next week for the 100% tier, we are heading to the Hungarian Grand Prix. But anyways, that has been your race tonight. Merck is on top. Hazer only P10. Thank you for watching, and good night.